Hi, Claude Whitacre here. I'm a sales trainer, a sales speaker. I speak to groups of salespeople and business owners across the country. I'm also a voracious reader of sales books, and I've written several books on the subject of selling. I also like talking to really, really good salespeople. And I sometimes talk to salespeople that are not so good. And what I found is when I talk to people in other industries, and I talk that are selling in other industries, and I talk to people in my industry that have different experiences, I almost always can learn something. And this is years ago. I was selling vacuum cleaners in people's homes, and I was doing very well. And a young man came into my office, and he said that he wanted me to teach him how to sell. Now, the bad news is this. He was selling a vacuum cleaner, actually from the Amway Corporation. They actually had, the Amway company, they actually had a vacuum cleaner. And it wasn't what I sold, but it's what he sold. And he said, I want to learn how to sell. And the only bad news was that I didn't sell that vacuum cleaner, and I didn't sell that brand. And so we found out that there wasn't going to be a meeting of the minds. But here's what he said. I asked him, I said, okay, have you made any sales? Okay, tell me about yourself. And he goes, yeah, I've made sales. I said, what is your closing percentage? And he said, 100%. And I thought, he has 100% closing percentage? I mean, I'm really good, and for cold calling, closing, when I go to do a demonstration of a vacuum cleaner, if they didn't know me from Adam before I got there was a 41% chance they were going to buy, and I was pretty good at it, okay? And if it was a referral, there was about an 80% or 90% chance that they were going to buy, and I was really good at it. But this guy, pretty new in the business, certainly only a few months in, 100% closing rate. I said, well, how many sales is that? He said, 3. I said, where do you get 100%? And he goes, well, I knocked on 300 doors, and 3 people said, okay, I'll take a look, and they all bought. And I said, what did you say at the door? I wanted to know how this worked. Okay, now this is I got to tell you, one of the worst salespeople I've ever talked to, in my opinion. And this is what he said. He says, well, I would go to the door, and I would say, hi, I'm from the Amway company. I sell vacuum cleaners that are made by Amway, and they are, and he named the price, I don't remember now what it was, $800 or whatever it was at the time. And he said, they're $800, and I was wondering if you were in the market for a vacuum cleaner, would you like to take a look at the Amway vacuum cleaner that I sell for $800? And I said, that's what you say at the door? He goes, yeah. And I said, and 1 out of 100 people said, okay. He said, yeah. I said, and all of those people bought? He goes, yes. Well, even though we didn't do business, I didn't hire him. I decided that, there was not going to be a meeting of the minds, unfortunately. I thought about that for a long time, and I thought, what did I learn from that? Well, here's what I learned. Okay? See, even though he was terrible and the approach was terrible, even though all of that, he didn't have a gift to give them for their time. He didn't make any appointments. There was really no benefits to what he was saying. He wasn't engaging in any way. He simply said, I sell this brand of vacuum cleaner for this amount of money, and I am going door to door selling this vacuum cleaner. Would you like to take a look at it? So the only people that were letting him in the door were people that were probably talking 10 minutes before he got there, probably saying, honey, we need to buy a vacuum cleaner. Let's buy something good. Let's go buy a good vacuum cleaner. And he just happened to be there at the time when they were thinking about that. So I found out this. In your home, in your town right now, no matter what you sell, no matter how big the town is, no matter how much competition you have, okay, no matter how the economy is, right now in your town, there are probably between 10 and 100 people that want to buy what you sell. You just need to find them. And that's what cold calling is. Finding those people. You go through names quickly as you can to find the people that are right now in the market to buy what you sell. And if you do it rapidly, every time, every day, you'll make sales. And I learned that from this gentleman. You just need to get through a lot of the mud before you get to the gold. But the way you make money is quickly go through the mud. So that's a cold calling tip. And I learned that from that guy, and I thought it would be something I would like to pass on. Thank you.